Hello my fellow smug ones, I hope you're all okay. Well, Piers Morgan has slammed the Oscars. Let's begin. Okay, as many of you will know, I don't actually have a dedicated upload schedule, so the best way to see my videos as soon as I put them online is by clicking that subscribe button and notification bell. Okay, this story is from the Daily Express and it says Piers Morgan furiously brands woke-ravaged Oscars 2021 a howling done train wreck. And this seems to be the problem nowadays. Everything seems to be going all woke and politically correct. No one can seem to have an opinion anymore. Like some people, unfortunately, taking things the wrong way and getting offended by it. Anyway, Piers Morgan has hit out at the Oscars 2021, branding their ceremony woke-ravaged and dull, while slamming the award winners for using their acceptance speeches to preach to viewers. And they shouldn't do that, should they? People go to the Oscars or watch any award shows to be entertained and show appreciation for what they performed in. They don't go there to be preached at with someone who has obviously got a political agenda. Former Good Morning Britain presenter Piers Morgan, who's 56, has slammed the Oscars 2021 by hitting out at a series of crazy decisions made by producers. The journalist argued that the howlingly dull ceremony was only saved momentarily by Frances McDormand's bizarre imitation of a wolf and Glenn Close doing the butt dance. The butt dance, eh? I wonder what that's all about. Could it be involving a butt? In that case, was it Piers Morgan himself? Who knows? He also slammed the Academy Award winners for using their acceptance speeches to preach their political views to fans, unleashing a rant about the 93rd Academy Awards ceremony, which was held in LA's Union Station. Piers fumed at his latest column. Honestly, if there was an Oscar for worst horror story, it would go to whoever decided it would be a good idea to hold this year's event at a train station. A train station! The Oscars at a train station! That is absolutely ridiculous, isn't it? It's a multi-award winning event. Why the hell would anyone want to hold it at a train station? Although I would have laughed my bum off if a conductor didn't get the message and went around asking people for tickets. Anyway, though ironically, that turned out to be the most perfectly appropriate venue for a grim, soulless 3-hour ordeal that was complete opposite of what Hollywood's biggest night is supposed to be about. I'd have been generally more entertained if I'd just watched the trains coming and going. And that's sad, isn't it? That the Oscars and quite a lot of things in general are going this way. And it just seems like TV companies in general seem to think that if they don't go woke, they'll get in trouble. It's just absolutely crazy, isn't it? The star went on to criticise the absence of an entertaining host and the lack of big musical, theatrical and comedy performances. Now, I know we're in the midst of a pandemic and obviously things can't be exactly how they usually are. However, I'm sure there'd been some sort of way they could have at least done some sort of performance, or they could have possibly done them remotely and shown them there on big TV screens, couldn't they? Piers added, who in their right mind would think the answer to falling Oscars popularity against the new backdrop of a devastating global pandemic was no fun, no acts and longer preaching speeches? I don't like speeches, I'd prefer to see acts myself. The presenter went on to hit out at the nominated films, claiming that they weren't Oscar worthy. Well, I'm sorry Piers, but you didn't get to judge that, I'm afraid. I think I should be the judge myself. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. He continued, we weren't even shown clips from most of this year's offerings, which is bad because if you haven't seen the film or haven't heard about it, then you haven't got a clue about what the film's about or anything, have you? So you just go on, yeah, well done, without knowing anything. It's ridiculous. An extraordinary decision that I can only assume was based on producers' fear that if we saw them, we'd be more bemused they were winning the Oscars. And to be fair, that's quite a good point, isn't it? Instead, we were treated to a breathtakingly boring procession of self-indulgent, heavily scripted actors delivering supremely virtuous identity politics speeches. And quite a lot of famous people seem to do this nowadays, don't they? I mean, look at Gary Lineker. He seemed to have said loads of stuff on Twitter about his political viewpoints, and many other celebrities are just like that as well. And they shouldn't really do that, should they? People just want to be entertained. They don't care about their political views, and they need to realise that. They seriously do. Criticising Regina King for her speech about the murder trial over George Floyd's tragic death, Piers blamed the actress, or actor, for all you woke snowflakes out there, for triggering the habitual series of political motivated pseudonymous pronouncements from presenters and winners about everything from racial injustice to transgender activism. Well, if she didn't do it, Piers, I'm sure one of them would have done. There's a time and a place for such rhetoric, and I never thought it should be at the Oscars, Piers controversially stated. Well, he's right, isn't he? People want to see the person who won the award celebrate that they've won the award, not be preached at by them about something political, which has got probably nothing to do with the film whatsoever. Anyway, let me know what you think. Here are some of my other videos for you to watch next. If you're a legend, click that like button down there, it really does help me out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.